Welcome to Bienville Lumber Company, located in Taylor, Louisiana. Bienville Lumber Company is the latest operation in partnership with Hunt Forest Products and Tolko Industries. Situated on a 250-acre site, Bienville Lumber Company resides within one of the most productive timber regions in the state of Louisiana. Bienville Lumber Company was designed and built to be a high-volume and efficient producer of lumber for the building industry and is the largest lumber-producing site in the state of Louisiana. Construction of Bienville Lumber Company began in 2022, and the mill was commissioned in 2024. Logs are purchased and delivered daily to Bienville Lumber by truck from local timber suppliers. Loads are weighed and inspected at the mill before they are unloaded at one of the two 42-ton unloading cranes, which lift the entire load in one bite of the grapple to the storage pile. The mill uses 200 truckloads of logs a day. As logs are singulated onto the running conveyor, they begin their path to the first stage of the breakdown called log merchandising. Logs are fed through the high-speed debarker at a rate of 500 feet per minute to remove the bark from the stem. The high-speed debarker employs rotating tools as the log is conveyed through the machine, removing the bark. After the bark is removed, the log passes through a series of laser scanners, reading every geometric aspect of the log. The scanned data is then sent to a computer system called an optimizer, which layers product value and cutting parameters with physical characteristics of the log from the laser scan to determine the optimal cutting pattern of the log. The logs are conveyed to a set of movable saws that will buck the entire system into usable lengths of logs for additional processing. The bucked logs are conveyed onto decks to be accumulated for further processing. The next step of the process is where the logs are turned into lumber through a breakdown. The primary breakdown equipment is a series of scanning, chipping, and sawing machines that process the logs into recognizable lumber product in one continual linear process. As the log is processed through the breakdown line, each cutting step is preceded by scanning and optimization to maximize product value and machine performance. An operator for each primary breakdown line controls the entire process from start to finish using automated controls and video monitoring. Bienville is unique in that two identical primary breakdown lines were designed and installed. As each log enters the primary breakdown, they are scanned and optimized for the optimal cutting solution. The log is rotated using the log turner with information from the optimizer on the log's exact characteristics. The process of scanning and rotating is performed seamlessly while the line moves at full processing speeds. The boards are transferred to the trimmer line, where boards are singulated onto a special lugged chain. Once trimmed by the trimming saw, the board remains on the conveyor to be sorted by width and length in the lumber sorter. When a sorter bin is full of the desired amount of boards, the bin empties and the lumber is conveyed automatically to a stacker. At the stacker, sticks called stacking sticks are placed between each layer of lumber to facilitate the upcoming drying process. The stickered packs of lumber are loaded onto a mobile cart system that slowly transports the lumber through the kiln. In the kiln, air is heated by natural gas burners and high-velocity fans circulate the hot air to drive lumber. The final manufacturing process resides in the planer mill, where lumber is loaded onto the planing line and the stacking sticks are removed as the lumber is conveyed to the planing machine. The dried boards are fed individually through the planing machine, which uses high-speed cutter heads to precisely finish the lumber to the final width and thickness dimensions required of the product. Immediately after planing, the lumber passes through an automated grading scanner and optimizer that scans each board. All the different grades, lengths, and widths of boards are sorted and then packaged. Chips and sawdust are produced from the primary breakdown line and a disc chipper that consumes unusable pieces from the trimmer line. Chips are sorted for size, then conveyed to storage bins before shipment to local paper mills for pulp. Sawdust is generated from the sawing machines separated from the chips and combined with bark that is shipped to customers for steam generation. Every piece of the tree is utilized in the process of turning logs into lumber, so nothing is wasted. In peak production, Bienville will produce enough lumber in 1 hour to build 6 houses, so it has an impressive capacity. We are proud to be a part of the Northwest Louisiana community.